Still morning. So good morning. I always feel like I want to say good morning Vietnam. But good morning, fam, friends and family. Good morning. I'm coming today because I want to share with you what I have gleaned from the death of Chadwick Boseman. It dawned on me that when he died, and I I'm sorry, something is on me. Um, it dawned on me when I saw an interview with this actor that was working with Chadwick on the Spike Lee movie. I don't remember the name of it, but it was something about black people serving in Vietnam, right? And he was distraught because he felt bad because he had secretly accused Chadwick of being a prima donna, thinking that Black Panther had went to his head, and he had all these people fawning over him, and had all these people, like rubbing his back and his feet, and his girlfriend holding his hand. That's what he said. But he was so ashamed that he had those thoughts and had felt that way. Um, because he didn't know that Chadwick was battling colon cancer. And I said, my God, what is wrong with us? Literally, God, what is wrong with us? Other people who called him a crackhead when they saw pictures of how much weight he had lost. Uh, we always jump to the bad about people. We always assume the worst, right? And Lord knows I can testify to that. Being on both ends of that spectrum, right? And for all of you that put your mouth on them and you have this remorse, I hope you really mean it. But did it teach you anything? Did it teach anybody anything to know that Chadwick was battling colon cancer but gave us his best? He did not mumble. He did not complain. He kept his sickness to himself, and his inner circle kept his secret. And so the lesson I'm learning about this world we live in, about people, is we need a heart check. You need a heart check. You know why? If we had good hearts, all of us, I don't care if you're saved, I don't care if you know God, I don't care if you don't know God, I don't care if you're Buddha, whatever. If you had a heart for people, we wouldn't do or say the things that we do. We need to check our hearts. We need to check our hearts. That's what Chadwick taught me, that this is a heart thing. That this world is messed up because our hearts are not for other people. It's for your family. It's for maybe some of y'all ain't for your family. It's about you. We weren't built like that. I don't care what this world has projected to us. We are not built to be alone. We're not built to be isolated. We are built to take care of each other. To take care of each other, to look after each other. Not to be about yourself and only about yourself and only about your, whatever. We are not built to be selfish. Okay, so we get hurt. Yes, people hurt us. But when somebody hurts us, there should be somebody else to come along and say, it's going to be all right. We don't even do that. That's what they get. That's what they deserve. No, stop it. Please, I beseech you, my brothers and sisters of the human race. Of the human race. We're all humans. And if I'm good enough to have you want my organs to help you live your life, then I'm good enough for you to treat me well while I'm alive. And that's for everybody. Since science thinks we're interchangeable on the inside, as long as we're a match. How many of you can say that you would have given your best, would have suffered through to give the world your best work while battling anything? Employers can't even get y'all to come to work, much less give us your best. You have this person in the White House who is heartless. That man has no heart because he continues to incite violence and hatred among the races. Listen, at this point, we are headed for destruction as the America. We are headed for destruction if you keep him in the White House. And I didn't come on here to talk about politics. I'm just saying it's a heart thing, and we need to do a heart check. You need to do surgery on your heart if you don't see how messed up we are after you found out that Chadwick was sick. And now everybody wants to feel bad because they said something or they felt something or they did something that was negative towards him and he didn't deserve it. When you can live like Chadwick did, he was a believer. But if you can live your life to give us your best, to give your very best in spite of what's going on with you, to love people so much more than you love yourself, that you are going to fulfill your life's purpose no matter what, you won't have to worry about the negativity from others because there should be none. If we all lived our life the way Chadwick did and given us his very best without mumbling, complaining about what colon cancer was doing to him. This country, this world, everybody needs heart surgery. And I feel that God is so displeased, maybe even heartbroken himself, that his creation has come to this, that lives don't matter, that we're so consumed with all the wrong things. That's not going to help you live your best life, to be your best self. We don't love one another as we love ourselves. That tells me we don't love ourselves. Why? Because if we loved ourselves, then you would love the person next to you. I don't care if it's a homeless person. I don't care if it's a rich or poor person. I don't care if it's a black, white, green, yellow. I don't care what it is, who it is. If you loved yourself, then you would love your neighbor. You would be concerned about everybody. This pandemic and being shut down is telling me that there's something that we have done in the earth that we had, that God was like, no, I gotta shut it down because y'all ain't getting it. I'm trying to get something through to y'all and y'all still not hearing me. So we can't go back to what we were doing before because obviously that's not working. And we gotta still, during this time, we got to figure out what it is. It's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. God is after fixing our hearts. He's after fixing our hearts. And even if you don't believe in God, I'm still saying it's a heart thing. We're heartless towards one another. We don't care about one another. People wouldn't be fussing about putting a freaking mask on If you cared about the next person, you don't want nobody passing it on to your family. I sure don't want nobody giving it to my kids or my grandkids or my mother or even my siblings. I wouldn't want somebody to give this nastiness to anybody else. So, you know, if you want respect, you got to give respect. If you want honor, you got to honor. This is a give and take thing. You just can't keep taking, and not think you can going to get something in return. It's not going to happen. Nope. We have to give and care about one another for this to work. Check your heart. It's a heart thing, people. Check your heart. Check your heart. And if you can live like Chad lived, then you're on the right track. You're on the right track, right? Thank you for listening. I hope, I'm sure this won't go viral because it's nothing crazy, right? But I just, this human race is, we're better than this. We're better than this. So I hope Chad taught you to give your best no matter what, not to complain, and to care about others more than you care about yourself. Because what he could have done is not made a movie, but took care of himself to the degree where he could have, maybe if he rested more, maybe if he took care of himself more, he could still be with us. Who knows? But he still decided that, okay, I got to do what I need to do to give what I have to the world. That was more important to him than fighting cancer. It's a hard thing. Check your heart. And if you find something that's not supposed to be there, please get rid of it. Get rid of it. It's a hard thing. We got to take care of each other. We're better than this. The world, not just America, the world, we're better than this. Certain countries overseas are taught to care about each other, the country as a whole. I want to say China, one of those Asian countries, they're raised from an infant to care about everybody, to be concerned about the country as a whole. And until we can get there, until we can be worried about other people and listen, hurt people is that's what I was told, right? But if we begin to fix the heart thing, work on our hearts. Don't get your news and your information from Facebook. Facebook, whatever the guy's name is that created it, y'all still suck. I'm going to just tell you straight up. You still suck. You know why? Because you're still allowing some stuff to go on, that shouldn't be going on. And you should have kept Facebook as a place where people come and share, stories about family, and you should have kept it light. Maybe that's what I'm saying. I don't know. The reason why Breonna Taylor's people, the killers, haven't been convicted or even arrested for that matter, and trying to muddy her good name. The girl was in bed sleep. We already know that y'all went to the wrong house. We already know that. Why, if you had a heart, then you would say, I messed up. And for those of you that shot the bullets into her crib, I hope God don't let y'all rest until you repent and even say, you know what, I quit. I don't even deserve to have this job because I did the wrong thing. How about falling on the sword, so to speak? How about coming forward and saying, Jack, I messed up. I jacked this up, I messed up, and I'm not worthy to wear the badge. For those of you that think you can carry a gun and come to other cities, states, and stir up mess, you wouldn't do that if you had a heart. See, y'all going for the emotional thing that this I can't. God help me. I don't even know how to address this nut in the White House. I refuse to say his name. I refuse to call him the P word. I'm just no, because I in all my life I've never had a person in that house. I mean, I've seen some stuff by Reagan and other Republican P's, but this dude right here takes the cake. No heart, heartless. And then he feeds into the madness. And then for y'all that follow him and you know go along with this stuff, y'all need help. It's a heart thing. It's a heart thing. Black people, let me tell y'all something. If we keep looking to the other races to validate who we are, y'all gonna stay disappointed. Y'all gonna stay confused, conflicted. On a whole, we've been taught to, follow peace with all men. We've been taught to, just take it because that's what our ancestors taught us. But we had some ancestors that fought the good fight for our rights. We had some ancestors that say, you know what, bump that. We're going to just go over here and do our own thing. And I believe separatism is the way to go. I believe that we need to just stop asking America to validate us and give us what our due is. And you know why? Because we are the biggest consumers in the world. And if we put our monies together, we could shut down the economy and build up Black Wall Streets all over this place. I digress. It's a hard thing. Fix your hearts, people. I'll have to record or edit this because I digressed. It's a hard thing.